I thought also before moving on to any of the other topics, also in the vein of why is that trending? Also, before the show started, there was a guy I was reading in the same website that said that he was a man that was arrested for constantly faking heart attacks. He'd done it about 20 times, faking heart attacks so he wouldn't have to pay the bill when the bill shows up at the restaurant. That's what that dude should have did for the Cheesecake Factory when she wouldn't get like did that Fred Sanford. This is the big one, Elizabeth. But I mean, 20 different times they finally caught on to it. I mean, the only way I think this guy could get away with it that long is if he was going to a different restaurant each and every time. But then
eventually they start putting your picture up.
Yeah.
And warning other towns, like, look, this dude's been around. So
one of those
shows
shows
looks like if you see him, no, he's gonna fake dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people talk like people be like, I had this happen. Like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Because here's the thing: if you're in a community of restaurants, people are gonna talk, especially because restaurant owners are gonna talk to each other.
Especially chains.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna like, look, he's already gotten Chili's 3 times. Put it out there. Let all the other Chili's know. And so every restaurant is gonna let all their other restaurants know.
That these guys.
Look, this is what's been going on.
I'm kind of curious how much he was spending at these restaurants.
That's probably what caught him. Like, he's probably spending a lot of money.
Like if it was like a Chili's restaurant, like if he has to pay off like what, $40-$50?
Yeah.
I would just say, okay, you're gonna wash dishes for the rest of this day. That'll make a square right there. But I definitely think he should pay. He definitely should wash some dishes. Either that or be sent to jail where they're gonna offer him a special kind of meal in prison.
Oh.
Foot long, and
there
that'll
you
definitely give him a heart attack right there.
The fact that he was probably, like you were saying, like he was evolving, and
they can just call it the Jared Special. Subway.
There you go. That's what he was waiting for.
Fresh.
That's what he was waiting for. I did not realize I missed the cue. So my bad. So I'll give you 2 just because I missed it. All right, moving on to the next topic. Babe, what's the next topic?
Justin Timberlake and Britney.
Real fast, because I mean, what Britney Spears? She's writing a new book, and in this
book, it hasn't even come out yet. It comes out on the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
So all people have seen are some snippets,
some blurbs,
when you can pre-order the book,
mm-hmm.
and that's where that Twitter came from. No one knows what the context of that. If that really came from the book, mm-hmm. no one has any idea what the rest of the paragraph is even about. They're just running with it and assuming that it has to be about that, and let's make a joke about it.
When you say that, what were we talking about?
The one where it's like I couldn't even tell, and my whole world.
Oh yeah, that was the first part of it was that she revealed that back when they were dating that she at one point did get pregnant and had an abortion, and that's what one of her videos, I forgot the song that she made,
a song that she wrote.
She said that's what that song was actually about. And Cry Me a River, the people were saying Cry Me a River now kind of has a double meaning now, about the fact that he caught her cheating, but maybe it was also about an unborn baby that they could have had. But according to Britney's book, or this blurb, said that he wasn't ready to be. He said his response to it was, "I'm not ready to be a father yet." And I assumed even if she and he was, I would assume that her parents would have, because they were in complete control of her at that point. Mm-hmm. I would have assumed they would have been like, "Nope."
So I don't even know how to word this. It's fine to say he's an asshole, mm-hmm. whatever. But to blame her entire life on him is crap. I'm sorry. Them being like, well, see, he caused her whole life to be in misery. She never recovered, and it ruined everything for her. That's an awful lot of blame to put on one person when he can't make her do anything.
Yeah.
She's a grown-up at that point. I mean, they were both young. They were both like 19. But she didn't have to do it if she didn't want to. And I can pretty much guarantee you who made her do it, quote unquote, was her parents who were managing her at the time.
Yeah.
They
what was that called? What was that? What was the not what was the word that had their control?
She wasn't under that
over
at that time. That didn't come till later when she got married.
Proprietorship, or what was it called? What was it? Conservatorship, something like that.
But
Yeah.
that didn't happen till later.
What are your thoughts on it?
It was just she was managed by her dad and her mom, and they ran the show for her.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones who decided where she was going to do publicity, what she was going to sing, what she was going to do. They decided that stuff. So if anybody was making her do anything, it would have been them. Now, he can give his opinion, and that can make him a jerk for giving his opinion, but to put all of it on him and just say he ruined her life for that, that's an awful lot to say.
What's your thoughts on it, Kev, about this upcoming book and possible allegations of a baby, a Timberlake?
I think, obviously, if a decision like that has to be done by both the mother and the father, so you can't, like, for me, that is a tough nut to crack.
Yeah,
it's a tough nut to crack because obviously, they were young. They still had, they were at the height of their musical careers, and they're still kind of, figuring out who they are and what they want.
Yeah.
So if there was a baby and
a pregnancy,
and they decided to not go through with it, that has to be a decision done by both the mother and the father.
Yeah.
So my hope is that decision was done by both of them. I know it's a tough decision to do, especially when, there's a lot on the line, and especially when, you have there's a physical attraction to both people. Sorry about my keys moving real quick, but it's definitely tough not to crack. I do know that there are other options out there, but I can't even imagine what their mind frame was or anything. But I just hope that, for me, I just hope both of them are in a better place emotionally and psychologically today.
When we watched a lot of the Hulu special, that was like 2 years ago, when she was first trying to get rid of the conservatorship.
The control that her father had over her.
And they had a Hulu documentary that went through her whole history from when she first became Mickey Mouse times all the way up. And it was very heavily about her parents' management who ran the show when she was a kid, and how they didn't let her make any decisions, they set her schedule of where you're going to perform, what you're going to wear, who you're going to talk to, what you're going to say.
And I'm 100% sure, and if she got pregnant, that it was probably, she probably felt like it was their decision, not hers.
To talk to you. That was one of the big things, was the control they had over her, and how they changed her image and the way she even spoke and all these different things. So I don't feel like it was ever a decision between her and him saying, let's do this. It was more...
At least she felt like it was more her dad's decision.
Probably very
that was the position that she was put in, to feel that way. Yeah,
saying this is what will happen because your career
you're going to do
taking off, and this is not going to work.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it went down.
I mean, I'm not saying she didn't talk to him and he didn't give an opinion, and she wasn't upset by his saying, I don't want to do this. But
could you imagine? He's like, you sure it's mine, or some shit like that?
But I'm sure the actual decision didn't come from either one of them.
Yeah.
It was from...
But to lighten it up, before we move on from it, there was another blurb that came from that situation was now I'm hearing rumors that this is not true, but I want it to be true. that this is what possibly is coming out of this book as well. So let's say the subject real quick. that it was possible that Britney Spears may have said something telling the story of when she lost her virginity to Justin. And there was maybe a moment where allegedly, I'll say it like that Britney, that Justin said something. What was it like? She said like she said, "Okay, I'm ready for you to begin now." And then he was like, I'm already in. And I don't know how people were kind of.
The sentence doesn't say any he or she. It just says.
Basically, he thought he was in. She was like she thought she didn't feel anything. and he was already halfway done. Basically, is the joke. So Twitter is like having a field day with it, saying like she shouldn't be shaming him like that. And the thread kept going on. That was from what Andrew Tate parody. Jackie.law.relgla says, have we forgotten the way he publicly bashed her, bragging about taking her virginity? That that shouldn't been said either. That shouldn't have been said either. Is what I'm assuming is what they were going to say. Then Abel responds back to that. He was 19 or 21 when he did that, not 42. That doesn't make it okay, but I'm just saying he is a person too. Love her, and it was wrong to bring her up later, but initially it was his right as an artist just like hers. So everybody's like taking, once again, like this. I don't know. I just feel like this is just a bunch of stuff just to sell books.
Because if people want him to say something, and he has said, I don't feel the need to discuss any of this anymore. Like, I'm a 40-something-year-old man married with kids. I don't want to keep talking about this.
Yeah, and if
people are bashing him for that, and it's like, look, she has every right to say her story.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if that's what helps her to heal and to get better, by all means, say what you need to say. But to expect him to need to answer to that, he doesn't have to answer to that anymore. If he feels like he's moved on in his life and is past all of that, the fact that you keep wanting him to say something, leave him alone. Let her say her piece and let her heal and do what she needs to do. But why does he need to make a statement about that?
I think he's getting so defensive because there's a chance it might be true. What do you think, Kev? Come on, it's a chance.
I don't know. Like, it's always kind of like today's age, being all like cancer culture-y and whatnot. It's definitely, this is definitely a minefield for him, and he's definitely gonna have to traverse it very carefully,
right,
and whatnot. So,
but you're right. You're both right. That whole Crimea River era of his life, he's probably ready to move on with that. And he's probably tired of it being dragged back up again.
We're making deals out of this because they're celebrities.
No, she made a deal out of it, a small deal. Come on,
these are just two regular people.
I don't get
how many people are like, I need you to give me every detail of every woman you've ever dated. What did you do wrong? Own up to all of it. Admit any. No one wants to have to keep or explain that to everybody under the sun when you're an adult and you're like, that's stuff I did when I was a kid and I've grown up and I've moved on. Now, if you're on the other side and you want to tell somebody, let me tell you my history, let me tell you where I'm coming from, then by all means say that. But to be like, you know what, I'm going to call up your ex because I want to hear his side too. Why?
Oh yeah,
Why do you need
know what?
that?
I didn't think about it that way. I'm like, no, don't call my ex. No. Don't do that. You know what? Now that you put it like that, yeah.
We're only making a big deal because they're like, well, they're celebrities, so we want to know the story. Well, if they were regular people, you wouldn't be like, oh, I want to call him up and I want to know what really happened. Why?
You know what? This reminds me of, like, this is off the topic. For a long time ago, I thought that was a good idea for a show for this channel. Interview with my ex. I thought that would have been a good idea. I already deaded that idea before. That's why I never ran it by you, babe. But I was like, you know what? No, Joey probably wouldn't like that. Like, would you want to sit down and interview your?
No, that's the thing. Like the thing is, with exes, like a lot of them are easy to move past, from the past, but some, I think, just have a hard time letting go of the past and keep bringing it up. I think honestly, an ex is an ex for a reason. Just leave in the past. Both you and whoever your ex is, go your separate ways. Hope for the best. If you break up amicably, great. If there's bad blood, pray that one day that that time heals all wounds, and hopefully maybe one point you can be friends. If not, then at least they were fortunate enough to be in your life. Yeah. So, but the thing is, if you're ex, leave them in the past. Yeah. Man.
I think it depends on where you are currently. If you're the type of person that constantly bringing up the past like that, that speaks on where you are currently.
Because it's like obviously if you are in a potential serious relationship and you've got a lot of trauma, then you tell that new person, things that may have, like why you are the way you are, maybe if you're trying to get through it. But the other person, typically, I doubt very seriously, they're like, well, do you have his number? Because I want to call and verify this information. No, we take you at your word to see if you've really healed, matured, changed, or are we know real quick, you haven't gotten past
You wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want that, baby. Would you want?
You still have these
You would.
issues.
Would you want me to call your ex and get his side of the story? Yeah, your ex.
And then most people, if they're just casually dating, get turned off really quickly if the person they're dating, male or female, can't do anything but talk about every single person they've dated and all their issues. They'd be like, look, I don't want to hear all of this.
I know we've had enough of it with Jada and Will is kind of pushing us all to the point where, you know what, I'm tired of this shit.
I don't want to hear all this.
I'm getting tired of it. Before I move on, there was something in the comments about. There we go. Kevin Davis says that people still love Britney Spears. I hope she gets the help she needs mentally. I mean, this is nothing's really talking about her.
Helping her heal, then by all means, say your piece. I just don't know why we need to go to all the other people to verify.
Because I feel like for me.
Let her say what she needs to say and let it go.
Yeah. I mean, all right. Let's go. Let's lighten it up. Let's get it.